Welcome back. The chairman of Eche local government area, Chima Boniface Njoko, says his administration is committed to delivering more developmental projects for residents of the area. Speaking at the flag-off of the Afara, Nihi, and Odufo reconnection projects to the national grid, Njoko said the initiative is part of his promise to reward Eche people for their massive support during the August 30th local government elections. He said transformers have already been provided for the project and assured that power supply would be restored across all 19 wards of HA by December, warning the contracting firm against delays.
And I make a speech that if by 1st of December they did not see light, I will cancel the contract with immediate effect. Go to Soso and see what is happening there. It's a reality. Because I told the Eche people, I will not be Port Harcourt and rule Eche people. I am local chairman. I say I must give them light.
Njoko also announced that the council would pay power bills on behalf of residents to ease the process. He noted that the reconnection would revive economic and social activities, especially as the festive season approaches.
And I did not say when I give them light, they will pay. I said the council will pay under my leadership. It's not a social media thing. It's a reality. People will leave Port Harcourt and come back home. Immediately will have light. Fuel center must be established. Bars must be established. Other meaningful activities, something that keep hot. They must be there. It must be there. And you see both having hope.
In his remarks, the lawmaker representing Eche Constituency 2 in the River State House of Assembly, Chimezi Wankwo, urged residents to see the development of Eche as a collective duty and commended the chairman for his efforts.
Because everybody around you, they are happy with you, with your leadership, and your pattern of life towards humanity. Them say what they want to say. The chairman of Eche local government is doing perfectly well. He just started. You can see the joy on the face of Eche people. Anybody that is saying anything contrary, that person does not like Eche for one bit. We are dancing today because Chima is doing one thing or the other. There will be a time Chima will come back to beg you for something. Do not hesitate to give him what he will beg you.
And moving to a land dispute, the managing director of Delta Technologies and Property Limited, Stephen Nyegwa, is calling on the leadership of the Eternal Sacred Order of Cherubim and Seraphim to intervene in an ongoing land dispute involving Bartholomew Egonu Nyegwa. Nyegwa made the appeal while reacting to Egonu's claim that he has seized a plot of land along Road 1 Pipeline Rumaholu, believing it to be a refuse site. He accused Egonu of using his influence in the community to stir conflict and encroach on property belonging to their late father.
But I'm telling the general public to discountenance what Apostle said. In that Chief Collins place, Pastor Chief Collins was sold by Egon, being the father of Apostle. The property in Bottom which we are contesting in the land that belongs to Aka, the Aka have been using, and after the death of Aka property have not been shared. And I'm calling the Cherubis, General Overseer of Cherubis Church, that somebody cannot stay there in the name of old age and be spoiling their name. That you come and investigate the life that this old man has been living. The problem you have set the Romalu community.
Nyegwa said he would pursue all lawful means to reclaim his share of the family land.
And this the same man have caused a lot of evil in Romaolo. A man that went and took over somebody's land. And when the owner of the land asked, he said that he thought that it was a dustbin. The man is not a truthful witness. I want to tell the general public that they should not be misled by Apostle Bartholomew Egonu.
In response, Bartholomew Egonu dismissed Nyegwa's remarks as false and damaging, saying the people of Rumaholu know him as a responsible community member. He explained that the dispute began after Nyegwa's late father allegedly tried to take over land owned by his late elder brother, Aka Amadi. And we go to Anambra. With just a day to the Anambra governorship election, INEC says it's fully ready to conduct a free and transparent vote. INEC Chairman Professor Joash Amupiton gave the assurance at a press briefing in Abuja. But he warned that low voter turnout is still a big problem. Professor Amupitan is urging voters to come out and choose their next governor, saying democracy suffers when people stay away from the polls. Meanwhile, a coalition of accredited election observers have commended the INEC for its level of preparedness. Speaking in Oka, one of the observers, Augustine Okafor, says observers are satisfied with INEC's transparent distribution of non-sensitive materials. President Bola Tinubu says his government is handling recent security concerns raised by the United States through diplomatic engagement. Speaking at the Federal Executive Council meeting, President Tinubu assured Nigerians there's no cause for panic, adding that his administration remains focused on defeating terrorism and keeping the country safe. And still on security, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waidi Shaibu, says troops will sustain offensive operations until terrorists lose all support and hideouts. He made this known during his first visit to Operation Hadinkai in the northeast. Shaibu also met wounded soldiers, commissioned new accommodation, and assured troops of the Army's full commitment to ending terrorism and restoring peace. Reactions to Trump's comments have been mixed across Nigeria. In the north, the Northern Elders Forum and the coalition of northern groups condemned the threat. The forum spokesperson, Dr. Hakeem Baba Ahmed, told our correspondent that Trump's remarks were personal and ignored U.S. legal procedures. He insists there is no genocide in northern Nigeria, saying both Christians and Muslims face similar security challenges. Also speaking, the chairman of Mieti Allah in Rivers State, Mohammed Tukur Abubakar, says Nigerians must remain united, adding that Trump's threat serves no purpose.
Muslim and Christian, we are the same mother, the same father in Nigeria. No, not allow what Donald Trump has said, say a Muslim, they kill Christian, is wrong because they need to achieve something for our country. Let them not allow this man to enter our country. If this man enter our country, that is why we don't finish. Anytime we see they organize our people to be Muslim and Christian united. Yet Allah nothing concern them to quarrel with anybody, to fight with anybody, to get tribalism with anybody.
Christian groups are also reacting. The Nigerian Evangelical Fellowship dismissed Trump's claims of a Christian genocide, blaming insecurity on terrorism and bad governance instead. They are urging the federal government to disarm terrorists and protect religious freedom. But the Southern Kaduna Christian Leaders Association described Trump's statement as long overdue, calling it a divine correction. Chairman Apostle Emmanuel Kure wants an independent panel to investigate targeted killings in Benue, Plateau, and Southern Kaduna. And to business, President Bola Tinubu has assured both local and foreign investors that Nigeria remains open and ready for business partnerships. Represented by the Minister of State for Industry, Senator John Eno, at the 39th Lagos International Trade Fair, the president said the country is focused on creating a stable and transparent business environment. He highlighted ongoing reforms to digitize ports, streamline business permits, improve taxation, and speed up dispute resolution. Tinubu also described Nigeria as a nation of ideas and youthful potential, ready to drive innovation and global partnerships. The news continues after the break. Welcome back. On the international scene, negotiations are reportedly ongoing to allow about 150 Hamas fighters trapped in tunnels in southern Gaza behind Israel's yellow line to surrender their weapons and walk free. U.S. President Donald Trump says he expects an international stabilization force coordinated by Washington to be deployed in Gaza very soon, adding that the ceasefire is working out very well, despite reported Israeli violations. Meanwhile, Israel's defense chief has ordered the army to destroy all remaining terror tunnels in Gaza. And that's the news, but just before we go, here's another look at the headlines. We told you a court has fixed November 20 as judgment day for trial of IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. You heard that the Rivers State Assembly has begun legislative action on climate change bill. We brought you a report about how Muslim and Christian groups have disagreed over U.S. President's genocide statement in Nigeria. We reported that Rivers State Police Command has arrested a suspect over alleged rape and murder of woman in Oyibo. The news was edited by Ufoma Egbamuno. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Sam Chinedu. Thanks for listening.